Hello friends, I think we might potentially be live. I'm not sure though, let me know in the chat. Yes, we are live. Thank you, George Lopez. Thank you and welcome to not too cloudy Sunday here in Shibuya. Let's just start with the weather report just to get that out of the way. I saw that some of you were talking about it in the chat before we started, so let's just get that out of the way, shall we? 24 degrees, mostly cloudy. Some rain from 3 o'clock in the afternoon today. Humidity 79%. Light wind. There you have it. So for today's walk, I had a hard time figuring out where to go today. So I will let you choose. I will give you 3 different options. So we're now here in Shibuya Crossing, right? So one option is that I walk this direction down towards Ebisu. Option number 2 is heading this direction towards Yoyogi Park and walk through the Meiji Jingu shrine and then eventually all the way to Shinjuku. Another option is Harajuku direction, so then I would be heading towards Harajuku instead of Yoyogi Park. And then fourth option is towards Roppongi. So I will repeat the options and write the one you want in the chat. The first one to get 5 votes will be the one I go for. So option 1, Ebisu. Option 2, Yoyogi. Option 3, Harajuku. Option 4, Roppongi. Okay, you're writing the option number. Okay, option 2 seems to be the one you're voting for, which is Yoyogi Park. Pass through Shibuya and then head towards Yoyogi Park. So that will be what I do today. And then I will probably continue all the way to Shinjuku. Wow, lots of votes. Thank you. They're all variants of walks I've done several times before, so I'm not very creative today. But I hope that's okay. Wow, lots of votes. Yeah, I think option 2, the Yoyogi and the Meiji Jingu route, is the one I will go for. So thank you for voting, and thank you for tuning in. Also, I did a small modification to the video description, to the rules. I added a paragraph about this channel being what it is, and it's an open invite to anyone who wants to join me on a walk to do so. But if you don't like it, just don't watch. If you're gonna write in the comments like, oh, why are you talking? You should be quiet. It would be much like, watch a different channel instead of being rude. So yeah, a little modification there. But I'm getting so many comments and it's getting so tiring to hear from people who like keep telling me to be silent during my walks. But there's like 50 different channels doing silent walks in Tokyo. So just go watch one of them instead. Okay, enough with that. Let's head towards Yoyogi through Shibuya. I'm avoiding Center Guy because usually they play copyrighted music on that street, which is always a hassle. All right. Thank you for the Happy Father's Day wish. Thank you so much. Why is this voice talking? Yeah, why is it? So annoying, right? Super annoying guy. Can't he just shut up? Thank you for the Father's Day wishes. Thank you very much. Also, this is funny. A story called Åland. Åland is this little archipelago between Finland and Sweden. But apparently this shop is a Korean clothes shop that has nothing to do with Åland. Except that they probably think it's cool to put the dot over A. You see that a lot here in Asia. which is kind of funny for someone who is used to using those characters in our everyday life. What's the time? It is now 11:20, so still relatively early. So Shibuya has barely started to come to its full form yet. There was a bit of people around the station, but it's still relatively early. It's a Sunday morning, so probably a couple of hours later it will be very crowded and active around here. So I'm heading towards Yoyogi Park now. Again, Rakuten Mobile. They're not paying me, but I'm a very happy user, and they're the ones that makes these streams in a way possible, because their network is very, very good for live streaming. So I'm very happy with using them. I don't really have any plan for how long I will walk today. It will just be up to, I don't know, up to how enjoyable this walk will be. And thank you, Bit of a Wonder, for the super chat. Thank you. Get a Father's Day coffee. Thank you. Yes, I should. I definitely should. Feel like I keep repeating myself, but this place is Parco, quite a well-known department store in Tokyo that just got itself a major overhaul. I think this new building opened like 2 years ago, maybe. It's pretty cool. Lots of interesting shops in here too. Definitely worth checking out if you're ever in this area, which I guess most visitors to Tokyo will pass through at least. Oh. Yes, I managed. Wow, it's actually quite sunny. Good. I was smart this morning, and I did put on some sunscreen, even though it was really cloudy when I left, and I thought I won't be needing this today. But yeah, forgot to post FAQ. Really? I did it. Yeah, FAQ is there. FAQ is pinned in the chat. Doesn't it show up? Hello, Mr. Miyazaki. Thank you. No worries. How are you in the heat wave? Have you fixed your air conditioner yet? Are you still having those insane temperatures over there? FAQ is there. Okay, good. Thank you. Hamburger, but I just had breakfast, so no lunch for me in a couple of hours. Then we'll see. I might actually go to Yokohama later today with my wife and daughter. We were talking a little bit about it this morning. Who knows, in that case maybe I will squeeze in another little stream or something. Oh, thank you, Bill Davies, coffee and beer. Thank you, appreciate it. Appreciate it. And thank you for, offering both coffee and beer. That's very kind of you. I always forget, but there's actually quite a lot of apartments in this part of Shibuya. Like, look at this. A lot of people actually live here. It's just kind of, I don't know, it feels a bit bizarre. I wonder what it would be like to live like in the middle of Shibuya, literally. If I would enjoy that, or if it would just feel like a hassle. If food is expensive here, I would say I come from Sweden, so obviously I compare things with what they cost in Sweden. Eating out is quite a bit cheaper here in Japan, but buying groceries is, on the other hand, more expensive here in Japan. Yeah, maybe I should get a stout. Oh, it's getting a bit windy here. Also, wow, is this building new? I don't remember this building. Did it have like this facade all the time? It looks unfamiliar to me. Yeah, there's not that many supermarkets here in Shibuya, I think, but there's probably a few. But it feels like they should be a bit expensive. Here's also a relatively new apartment building, and this one as well. This tower opened very recently. Maybe the building has always been there, but maybe they had like a bit of some sign or something on the facade before. I don't know, because the building doesn't look new. I wonder what they're building here. It looks like just some sort of temporary structure, but kind of an odd placement. So yeah, if I go down this way I will end up in Harajuku. But since you guys voted for Yoyogi Park and walking through the Meiji Jingu shrine area, that's where I will be going for now. Thinking, where can I buy a coffee? Maybe after passing through the park and the shrine, I will go for a coffee. I guess they have not cancelled the Olympics. They certainly have not. No. The last thing I heard about the Olympics was I read in the morning, like on my train this morning. I read the news, and now it sounds like they're planning to have 20,000 spectators for the opening ceremony. Just as the Delta variant is getting a foothold here in Japan. Does not sound like a very intelligent choice to me, but still everything, all the news is always so vague. That's just how they communicate here in Japan. It's always like they consider or they're mulling something. There's never any certain decisions, so we probably won't know until it's opening day. Yeah, 20,000 people, that's, I don't know. I personally feel like I would just prefer to take my family with me and go somewhere far away from Tokyo for a couple of months, because I have a feeling that this won't end well. And thank you, Michael Semira, for the super chat. Thank you very much. well, it's still just a tiny fraction of the Japanese population which is vaccinated. Although they have, I do give Japan credit for the fact that they do vaccinate at a pretty impressive pace right now, close to 1 million people every day. But with a population of 130 million, and considering that you need 2 shots in order to get full protection, we're still pretty far away. We're still pretty far away from that. And also in the plans they presented so far, there's just so many glaring holes. Like, they say that they want to hold a safe and secure Olympics, but at the same time you have like 80,000 volunteers which will be mostly unvaccinated, and they will be, you know, traveling between the venues, meeting athletes, and then they will just take, you know, the subway back home from you know, when the day is over. So yeah, I am very much against the Olympics, but that's nothing new for those who has followed this channel for a while. Oh, Billman Waring having network issues. Yeah, I think they're on your end. Everything looks fine here on my end, so sorry about that. Yeah, let's not talk more about the pandemic. It's such a polarizing subject, and that's not really what I want to have the chat end up being a COVID debate. Let's please keep that subject to somewhere else. I'm sorry for bringing it up. I just felt a little bit frustrated over the news I read this morning. So here's a big event space where there's usually various festivals almost every weekend, various events going on here. You have like Nepali weekend, you have, I don't know, Indian weekend, like lots of food festivals. It's quite nice, but obviously all those things are cancelled right now, unlike the Olympics. Oh, sorry, couldn't stop myself. So this is the bridge that leads from Shibuya and the NHK area down there into Yoyogi Park over here. Don't think they have any Swedish weekend, no. Don't even think they have any Scandinavian weekend, unfortunately. Yeah, this park does have spotty coverage in some parts. I won't be heading that deep into the park now. And also I'm not sure if we had problems with Rakuten or if it was just Docomo that was problematic here. But we'll see. Kyou wa atsui desu ka? じゃあ26度でしたっけ？多分26度。I think it was 26 degrees today, right? あ、24度。だからそんなに暑くない。あ、Thank you, Huggy Bear, for the super chat. Thank you very much. Thank you. So as you can see, most of the park is also sealed off. So, you know, according to those in charge, it's too dangerous to sit in the park and have a picnic with your friends, but having Olympics with 20,000 people is fine. Yeah, sorry, I did it again. And we're not allowed to drink alcohol, it says here. Because sitting alone on a bench in a park and having a beer is apparently more dangerous than a Olympics opening event with 20,000 people. Yeah, sorry, I'm not having signal issues, but I do certainly have IOC issues. Jenny, if I could mod you up with you on Taiwan. Good thing it's my channel. Thank you, Tokyo D-Man. Thank you for the super chat. Sorry, I didn't see that comment about the DJI Pocket 2. Let me open it on the phone here. Bit of a wonder. It isn't as crisp as my iPhone 12 and not as good, especially for night videos, but it's more subtle for US filming. Yeah, I can imagine. I'm thinking like when I go to Europe, I might pick up something like the DJI Pocket 2 as well, just to have a little bit more of a discreet setup. So for those of you who don't know, this is Yoyogi Park, which is one of the major parks in central Tokyo. Sometimes referred to as the Central Park of Tokyo, which I guess is not entirely wrong. It's a very nice place, When I first came to Japan 13 years ago, me and my friends met here almost every day or every night for a bit of picnicking and socializing. I don't really come here very often these days though, but still, yeah, as you can see, people are enjoying this place a lot. It's pretty quiet today though. Yeah, it's a nice sky today. Nice, with at least some pockets of blue sky, which you can't take for granted during rainy season, so it's nice. So we'll head down out here and then back into the Meiji Jingu shrine area and walk through that part, which is like a really wild forest, which I really enjoy to walk through. I think the cones enjoy the park too. Yeah, they probably do. So they really don't want you to drink. It's so important I had to write it twice. Yeah, the Japanese mentality about the pandemic is really like they're blaming it all on alcohol. That's like, if people don't drink, there will be no pandemic. And sure, I think having tons of drunk people talking loudly is probably not a good thing, but I think it's a huge difference at sitting 10 people in a packed room at an izakaya, or like, you know, enjoying a picnic outdoors. The band started playing. No, there's no such activity today. I don't know, I haven't seen also these guys, these rockabilly people who usually dance here around the entrance on weekends. Haven't seen them in a while either. Wonder if they're also banned because of the pandemic or if it's something else. Approaching Harajuku Station now, but according to your request I will not walk through the Harajuku area today, so I will instead take the route through the forest and the shrine area of Meiji Jingu. Rockabilly guys are rather famous. Yeah, they surely are. They've been doing this for at least as long as I've been here. Probably way longer than that. They're pretty cool, and sometimes they have the kids with them, and the kids are also like having these rockabilly haircuts and appropriate outfits. They're really cute. They seem like really friendly people too. I would actually love to get to know someone in that group. They seem very interesting. By the way, this gray apartment building here is very old and quite iconic. And the other week I actually saw an apartment, like an ad for an available apartment in there, and it was insanely expensive. It was like very old, looked to be in pretty bad condition, and it was like 400,000 yen a month for like a 35 square meter apartment or something like that. But yeah, it's all about the location, I guess. So here we have the grand entrance to Meiji Jingu with one of the most impressive and most beautiful torii gates I've ever seen in Japan, I think. I really like this one. So ですね、ちょっと有名なアパートと思います。アパート、マンションかな。有名けど結構古くてボロボロ。Little bow, passing through the torii. Yeah, now we will pass through these forested parts. Let's see if the signal will hold up. Last time I walked through here we had massive issues, but that's also when I was using the iPhone, so I hope and think it will be better today. Where is it? This is the entrance to Meiji Jingu Shrine in central Tokyo, next to Harajuku. Harajuku is behind the trees here. I think you've broken that curse. Yeah, I think so. Since switching to the S21 Ultra and Rakuten, streams has been relatively consistent, but I guess now, just because I said that, we will have tons of issues coming up now as I walk through this little forest. Right, don't jonks it. Oh, we're not allowed to walk through here. Damn it. Really? That sucks. I wanted to take this route. Why is nobody walking at the center? So, well, according to Shinto belief, the center is where the gods walk. People should walk at the side of the path, but it's not that strict to most people. Yeah, it says entry forbidden. That's too bad. I was planning on walking this route, but okay, let's just walk through the shrine area instead then. But yeah, I always enjoy coming here. It's the closest thing you can get to the feeling of walking in a forest without actually going to a forest. So empty now. Yeah, I don't think it's that empty, to be honest. This is kind of normal, considering that it's still relatively early on a Sunday. I think a couple of hours later we will probably have more people here, but usually this is a popular tourist destination, but since there's no tourists coming to Japan, it means that most tourist destinations are very quiet right now. Over there you can actually see, well, you can't on the screen I think, but I can see it with my eyes. There's some ponds further down here, and I think that's the bird sanctuary, which is a part of Yoyogi Park. Also here is a very nice little creek. Carlos, on my last trip to Japan you were taking a photo of a person at a shop. Let me see, let me bring that up again, that message. If I've experienced the same, not really, but I would say, like, if you're in a public space, it's okay, but also many people here are a little bit not comfortable about being filmed or photographed, so you need to kind of do it in a respectful way, I guess, and not very obvious. If you're taking a photo of someone, a specific person, that could be considered quite rude actually. So yeah, it's different. Like in some countries it's totally fine to just stick a camera in people's face and shoot away, but in Japan you need to be a little bit careful and respectful. So passing these iconic sake barrels now. Down here is usually where the tour buses park when there's like big groups of tourists coming. I think so, at least. They usually park down here, and there's some cafe and restaurant facilities. Quite touristy. So sake barrels here and wine barrels here. Let me see. I might actually take this route. I don't think I've ever walked this way. So I walk down here and then to the right I will get to the actual shrine. But there's like a million videos of that on YouTube. So I don't really see the need to walk there today. So let's try this route. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've never actually walked this route before. We should probably reach another exit by walking this way. Here's also a little secret hidden path. I wonder where that would take us. There's a lot to explore around here. If you look at a map, you will see that this area is actually really, really big. So lots of space for the gods to, you know, hang out, have fun, chill in the park. Great, we have a map over here. Let's check it out. Yeah, I don't really have a great... down there again is the main shrine building. So here we go. Came from here. Walked this main road or path. I was hoping to take this little detour around here, but that was closed. So instead, okay, so now we're here. So I could either just head straight and leave the area, or I can take this path and then we will get to this nice open green space, which I kind of enjoy. So, and then there's an exit near Sangubashi Station. This is towards Yoyogi. I think I will take this route and exit at the Sangubashi exit. So that means a little bit further and then this way. This way we're going. I think I actually want to change the camera so you will get a bit of a chest reveal. There we go. Now we're using the main camera, which has a little bit more dynamic range, which I think is suitable for this. Sorry, I didn't let you vote. Sorry about that. I should have done that, eh? Billman Warren, try restarting the stream and see if that improves your image quality then. Yeah, it's Father's Day in Japan today, I think. I'm pretty sure it is, but not in Sweden today. Well, it is excellent. Thank you, Chris Bates. That's good to hear. So let me actually look up when Father's Day. Yeah, in Sweden Father's Day this year is November 14th. So really not now. Oh wow. Are they doing some like collection of rainwater or something? Interesting. Ah, okay. Those of you who are interested can probably pause and translate this. I'm not gonna read it. So far no hiccups, yay! Thank you. Yeah, Rakuten Mobile. If anyone from Rakuten is watching this, please get me a sponsorship deal with Rakuten Mobile, because I would be very pleased to promote your excellent service. So nice. I took off the mask now and I can feel the smell of the nature, of the forest. Wow, this is Shibuya. Yeah, this is 20 minutes, 15 minutes walk from the hustle and bustle of Shibuya. We're currently at the Meiji Jingu shrine area, where you will find this part I wanted to go. We did have a little bit of buffering there, but I think we're back now. So I wanted to go this way to the green, to the big open space, but this part is closed, unfortunately. So I have to take the Yoyogi route. Yeah, I'm not entirely surprised, because we're probably pretty far from the nearest cell tower, and with all these trees, I'm not surprised that it wasn't flawless, but I think from here on it should be good to go again. Oh, hello there, man walking backwards. Yes, Yari, never mention it. That's right. We lost like half of the viewership there, but let's see. Hopefully people will come back soon. I actually see that surprisingly often here in Japan. Old men, and it's always old men walking backwards. I don't know if that's some sort of secret health trick or something. Ah, thank you, Warren from Toronto. Does the park change colors during the seasons? Yeah, pretty sure it does. Let's see, let's go back here in the autumn and see what it looks like. He wasn't walking backwards, he was just buffering. Yeah, right. Someone yonked him. So maybe I should also. Let's walk backwards for a while and see if it will make me feel more Genki. Maybe like if I hold the camera like this, I can actually walk backwards but still see where I'm walking. Just over 400 watching, but not even 170 likes. Yeah, please, people, please. If you enjoy my streams, consider clicking the like button. It's a very easy way for you to show some love and also help me reach more viewers, as more likes means higher likelihood of YouTube recommending my videos to more people. So yeah, I think we will be in Shinjuku just in time for the 1 hour mark of this stream. We're actually very close to Shinjuku now, so that's good. Question is, where should we head from there? So maybe I will let you vote for that again. Let me think of a few options, and I will give you the options once we reach Shinjuku. Love the pace and camera work. Thank you very much. Yeah, Yotsuya could definitely be one option. If anyone has any other requests, feel free to let me know. Shinjuku Gyoan. Coffee Person open or closed today? I don't know, but we're pretty far from Coffee Person. I don't think I can walk all the way there. That's a little bit over ambitious. So there you see the Park Hyatt popping out. So yeah, we have a little map here. Let's take a look at it. So we are here, and down there is Harajuku Station. Up here is Yoyogi Station, and then further up is Shinjuku. Here we have Shinjuku Gyoan, which I could absolutely visit. That's definitely an option. We now also have the Olympic Stadium down here within walking distance. But I think for now I will keep on walking towards Shinjuku. Let's pass through Shinjuku station area, and then I will give you a few options. Tochomae, that's a good idea. Thank you. Let's take this route, the Yoyogi route. I think this is nicer. Otherwise we will be walking along Meiji Dori, which is a very big road. These streets are a little bit more quiet. Well, looks like this building is about to get demolished very soon. If I zoom into the Park Hyatt, you might see Bill Murray wave. Yeah, that would be great. Maybe he's been hanging out there ever since. Stayed after Lost in Translation and never left. Love the architecture in Tochomae. Yeah, me too. I always enjoy walking around there. I was there not too long ago though. I passed through Tochomae area like a week and a half ago, when I did that long epic night walk from Sangenjaya through Shimokitazawa and all the way to Shinjuku. Ah, the Shinjuku Eye. Yeah, Shinjuku Eye, that's a good idea. That's pretty much pretty easy access as well. Shinjuku Gyoen, please. Thank you. Well, we will have some sort of democratic process as to which direction to walk. Thank you for taking us on a chill morning walk on a Sunday. Thank you for joining me. Pleasure is all mine. Pleasure is all mine. Unless it starts raining, then there won't be that much pleasure anymore. We're back at 450 viewers. Nice. Let's see if we can hit 500 by the time we get to Shinjuku. Takashimaya, Mitsukoshi, Isetan. Kind of not like the usual busy and nosy Shinjuku, Harajuku. Yeah, these streets that I've been taking today have been more quiet back streets. But once we get to Shinjuku Station in about 10 minutes, I think you will recognize the busyness. Yeah, sky is gloomy. Yeah, sky is certainly gloomy. Sky looks evil. Fingers crossed that we won't have rain today. Or at least no rain during the stream. Would be nice. Oh, thank you, Steven. Thank you, Warren from Toronto. Isn't Shinjuku always 10 times the fun after 10 p.m.? Usually, yeah. Usually, but not now. Not during the state of emergency, because then everything closes at 8. So I'm not sure how much fun it would be in Shinjuku after 10 right now. But normally, yes. Shinjuku is definitely better at night. It's more beautiful, more colorful and interesting people out on the streets as well. I'm a big fan of Shinjuku at night, actually. It's one of my favorite areas for photography as well. So here's Yoyogi Station. Last stop on Yamanote line before Shinjuku. And actually Yoyogi and Shinjuku is very close. It's like less than 10 minutes walk. And Dokumo Tower here, exactly. Jenny. Are you American? No, I'm not. Please read the FAQ in the video description for some information of who I am, where I'm from, and what I'm doing in Japan. 物が降るでしょう。そうですね。可能性が高いと思います。How's the temperature? We did a weather check not too long ago. 24 degrees. There. So, another map. Yoyogi Station there, Shinjuku Station here. Just thinking, come on, let's take this way. Feel like I always walk this street, but shoganai. Yeah, here they just tore down some very old and very interesting buildings. I remember exploring one of these buildings not too long ago. Found some interesting little bookstore on the second floor. But yeah, now it's all gone. It was like in really bad condition, so I'm not surprised to see that they tore it down. So if we would head towards Tochomae or Tocho area, it would be a good idea to walk this way. But you can't pass Shinjuku without passing Shinjuku Station. So let's head down to Shinjuku Station first. Random question about taiyaki. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't think I'm able to help you, but maybe someone in the chat has some good recommendations. Waiting for the street light to turn green. There we go. There we go. Now I can turn down this way. Here's the subway Yoyogi Station, where the Uedo line stops. Down there. Taiyaki is this fish-shaped, kind of like a waffle, usually filled with the red bean paste, but you can find it with other flavors as well. But it's a kind of sweet. Thank you, Jenny, for the Beer O'Clock Break Fund. Yes, thank you. And let's see, what else is everybody saying? Needing haircut soon or just had one? I had one not too long ago, so I think I still don't. Yeah, I'm still good. I'm still good for another month or so, I think. Some people love Anko and Azuki. I think it's kind of meh. It's okay, but it's not my favorite. Which is your favorite konbini? Yeah, I need to add that question to the FAQ because people always ask, and my answer is that they're all the same to me. I don't have any preference. I think if I'm in the mood for a cafe latte, then Family Mart is good. If I want a black coffee, 7-Eleven. But for everything else, yeah, they're pretty much the same to me. Oh, these kids are cute. They're waving at the train. Super cute. So let's head up here and we will be at Shinjuku Station area, which is always a good place for a little break. We are just at the 1 hour mark, and we're also at 535 viewers right now, so thank you and welcome everyone. If there are any new viewers among you, please make sure to read the FAQ in the video description, where you will find answers to commonly asked questions. Also welcome to my channel. I do live walks like this almost every day, I dare say, more often than not. So yeah, if you think that's something for you, then make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you really enjoy this, you can join me on Patreon. That will give you access to special Patreon only live streams that I usually do after my regular streams. I do a little extra kind of bonus hangout for my Patreon supporters, where I usually sit down and eat something and drink something and answer a lot of questions and just talking about things, random things. Yesterday we talked a lot about babies and poos and strollers, but yeah, we touched on many different subjects during those Patreon only streams. So yeah, the link to the Patreon is in the video description. Also, promoting others' channels like that is a bit rude. I won't remove the comment, but you know, it's fine to mention other channels. That's totally fine. But telling people to go watch a different channel while I'm streaming is kind of bad manner. So please refrain from doing that. Might be losing a lot of fat for doing walk streams every day. Well, those of you who has followed me for a while, and especially my patrons, knows that I'm still struggling with a bit too much fat around my waist, unfortunately. So here's the observation deck at Shinjuku Station. So that's where I'll be heading now. Thank you, JS, for the very generous super chats. Your streams and videos are great. Thank you for the entertainment. I watch it quite a lot. Thank you. Thank you so much. Very happy to hear that. So from here, I think we can easily see, yeah, that's Yoyogi Station down there. That's Yoyogi Station down there. So as you can see, it's pretty close to each other. So let's take this direction today. So about where to go from here. So I've been thinking about a few different options. One is the skyscraper district, or Tocho. In that case, I would probably head down towards Shinjuku Central Park, sit down there, maybe buy a bento and a beer and do a little lunch break. So that's option one, Tocho and Shinjuku Central Park. Option two, Shinjuku Gyoen Park. Option three, heading north towards Okubo, the Korean town. So yeah, those three options. Option one, Shinjuku Central Park and the skyscraper district. Option two, Shinjuku Gyoen. Option three, Koreatown. Let me know which one you prefer in the chat now. And the first one with 5 votes will be the one I go for. Okay, we already have 3 votes. Okay, there we go. Option 3 won. So we will be heading towards Koreatown today. Nice. Thank you. I haven't been there in a long time, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. Yeah, I think the three really outclassed the other options today. So that's good. Good that we reached some sort of almost consensus. And that probably means that not too many of you will get terribly disappointed. Do you use iPhone to do live? No. Please read the video description where I tell you everything about the equipment I use. Kimchi time, get some natto on the way. Good idea, Olive. I should do that. I like how TE is now becoming a choose your own adventure channel. Yeah. I think once I get this Patreon only Discord server up, then I will let my Patreons vote. So that will be another perk to my Patreon supporters. For now, we will do, let everybody vote. But then the more bonus features I can give to my Patreon supporters, the better. So, if you haven't joined yet, I highly recommend that you do so. So yeah, I am planning to put up a Patreon-only Discord server. But again, it's not a promise, it's an ambition that I'm sharing with you. But I haven't done it yet. And I'm not promising it will happen, but I think it will. Let's see, can you see Bill Murray waving at us? Let's zoom in. Is he there? Can anyone see him? I don't think I can. But yeah, for the price of a coffee every month, you get access to Patreon-only streams and a lot of other bonus goodies. So please consider joining me there if you enjoy my channel and my walks. And also, keep mentioning this whenever I pass this bridge, but the first video I ever posted on my channel was from here. So kudos to those of you who really remembers that. If I'll be heading through Kabukicho, yeah, I will head through part of Kabukicho on my way to Shinjuku. I will. Also, My Lord is a very funny name. It's not that busy, no. It's definitely not as busy as it was pre-pandemic, considering that it's a Sunday. This is south entrance, yes, of Shinjuku Station. This is the south side of Shinjuku Station. I think actually I will be a little bit sneaky and walk through the station here, where we have this little nice back street that we can walk. This way. So I took the shortcut. I entered the warp zone. The quick route through the boring part. Yeah, shortcut found, 100 points. Soon I will level up. Oh, thank you. I just noticed I got 2 new Patreon supporters. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Turned out that my shameless promotion had a little bit of effect. Thank you so much. So also another little benefit that you get by being on Patreon is that you can message me directly, and I'm always open to your suggestions or requests for streams or places to go or whatnot. Yeah, welcome. $2 from Warrant from Toronto. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't manage to read the question before it disappeared. So now we're here in front of what I think is one of the coolest buildings in all of Tokyo. Best way to avoid getting lost here? I don't know. Like, a lot of people always complain about Shinjuku Station and that it's so complicated and that you're getting lost. I don't know. To me, it's not so confusing. And I think it's because the first place I lived when I came to Japan was within walking distance from Shinjuku Station. So I passed through here very often, almost every day. And since then, yeah, it quickly, like, I don't think it's that complicated, but I don't know, maybe I'm sort of superhuman being for thinking so. But to me, Ikebukuro Station, for example, is way more confusing. Also, Tokyo Station often confuses me, because those are places that I just don't use very often. So up here you have the Nikon camera repair center on one of the top floors of this building. I think this building is called L Tower. I've been there quite a few times whenever I needed a sensor cleaning or some other issues solved with my cameras. Unfortunately, Nikon support has been getting worse and worse, and getting basic things repaired getting more and more expensive. So I am not too happy with being a Nikon customer anymore. I'm just so invested in their ecosystem. But if I would build my photography kit from scratch today, I would not go for Nikon. Even though I'm very happy with the Z7, which I use as my main camera. But yeah, unfortunately their support level has decreased dramatically, and I'm not happy with that. Thank you, Robot Hayaki. Hi from Tahiti. Thank you. Yeah, I also hope that flights will be reinstated soon. That would be great. Or more like, I hope that the pandemic will get so much better so that flights can resume soon. Yeah, Nikon, I used to be very happy with them. You could go there with your camera, just pay like 2,000, 3,000 yen, and they would, like, you know, clean it for you, sensor cleaning and everything. And whenever there was like some rubber or something coming up, it didn't cost much to fix that either. But now it's like 3-4 times as expensive. I'm not happy with that. But unfortunately, I think the days of Nikon is probably numbered. If this is near Hachioji, no, Hachioji is about 1 hour by train from here. This is Shinjuku, the kind of most busy part of Tokyo and the center of Tokyo in many ways. Behind here you have the Tokyo Metropolitan Building, which is where the mayor or governor of Tokyo is doing her job. So yeah, Hachioji is very far from here. It's in the outskirts of Greater Tokyo area to the west. So let me see, what else are you saying? Dave M, thank you for the super chats. Can I have one more shortcut by going underground? Yes, there are lots of underground streets here. No, although I'm not sure how the signal would deal with that, and also it's a little bit boring. I think the street life is more fun. Right, it's the new station underpass completed. Right. They actually built a new underpass somewhere. I think it's completed. That's what I've heard, but I don't know where it is. But that would be kind of interesting to walk, maybe. Wait, let me just snap a photo here. This is a nice potential thumbnail, this view from here. Probably already used it a couple of times, but let me wait until there's a few more people crossing. Should we change back to the ultra wide maybe? Yeah, let's do that. In a place like Shinjuku, I think we need ultra wide. There we go. Thumbnail gallery on Patreon. Yes, sorry. It's coming. It's coming. Takes an awful long time until this traffic light changes. Wow, 650 people watching now. Boom. Welcome everyone. And again, those of you who are new to my channel, please read the FAQ in the video description. once you read that, you are more than welcome to come join us in the chat and interact with me. But please do read the FAQ first. It's in the video description, because it's getting a little bit tiring for my regular viewers to always hear the same questions again and again being asked. And also, yes, please, if you enjoy this video, remember to click the like button. That's a simple way for you to support my channel. Okay, you go inside. No, I generally don't shoot inside stores because in general you need permission to do so in Japan. And I know that there's a lot of YouTubers who do it and don't care. But I'm not one of those, so no. What's your favorite Japanese department store food hall? I don't know. I'm not so crazy about those places in general, actually. I think they're a little bit too overpriced. And there are so many restaurants where you can have like freshly cooked food for cheap. So I don't know, all those like delis and whatnot doesn't really make that much sense to me. So yeah, sorry about the somewhat boring answer maybe, but yeah, I'm not really, I don't go there very often to the underground. Should we head through here? I guess we have to. We have to head through good old Omoide Yokocho. And thank you, Warren, for the super chat again. Any pros and cons of living in Shinjuku? I've only lived like in the outskirts of Shinjuku, quite far from the station, but I enjoyed it. It was, I mean, you're literally at the transport hub of Tokyo, so it's very easy to get around Tokyo and the rest of Japan if you live here. So that's one benefit, and it's of course very lively, but also, you know, there's a lot of residential parts of Shinjuku which are quite nice and has a very typical local feeling to them. So yeah, personally, I am fond of living in. Or I would be happy to live in Shinjuku again if I was maybe single, like not with a kid. I don't think I want to live here. But if you're single and if you want to be close to everything and have an endless amount of things to see and do, then yeah, by all means, living in Shinjuku is not a bad idea. Although it can be quite expensive, but as soon as you get a little bit away from the station, it's actually surprisingly reasonable. So it's certainly not for everyone, but for some people, I'm sure Shinjuku is like the best, the ideal place to live in Tokyo. 人が多いですね。そうですね。人が多い。けど、2年前の新宿を比べると、今はそんなに混んでない。このパンデミックの前のことですね。Let's head through the fringe of Kabukicho. I won't take like a proper tour of Kabukicho, but at least let's head down this main street of Kabukicho down here and continue towards Okubo or Koreatown, which is another 15 minutes this way. here we go. Entrance to Kabukicho here. So let's get down this way. Just briefly, a little bit through Kabukicho. Store in the Eureka Vision. Yeah, it used to be a Lobby, which is a home electronics store, but they closed and now that place is empty. It's gonna be interesting to see what will open there instead. Okubo は若い女性が多いです。そうですか。まあ K-POP のためにかな。みんな BTS ファンかな。If I've visited virtual gaming complex, no, I don't think so. I know that there used to be a virtual reality gaming place in Shibuya, but I never went there either. I still don't think that VR is there yet. I was very curious about it first a couple of years ago when it first started kind of to be a little bit of a VR boom, but then I think it's just, I don't know, it caused too much headache and there was not that many interesting titles for it. If this is where artists live, no, this is the so-called red light district of Tokyo, Kabukicho. Lots of hostess bars and other kind of shady nightlife facilities in this area. So not really where artists are living, I would say. 700 viewers, nice! Welcome everyone. Wow, this is a pretty interesting facade here. So another, I'm guessing it's another hotel popping up. It's been like so many new hotels in this area. Where's the artist district? I don't know if I would say that there's such a thing as one artist district in Tokyo. If anyone has any suggestion, please let me know in the chat, but I would say like maybe places like Shimokitazawa is quite popular among like the creative types out there. Also Eastern Tokyo is kind of known for having lots of small craftsmen and workshops, but yeah, other than that, I don't know. So we're actually already in Okubo. This is Okubo Hospital. Okubo is the area name. Shin-Okubo, the Koreatown, is a little bit further down here. These streets here have tons and tons of love hotels, so I'm kind of not walking through the most love hotel dense streets because it's not really good to walk around there with a camera. When will you be visiting Enoshima? I was there like 2 weeks ago. Posted 2 videos from Enoshima in the last month. I don't know if you already watched those. Lots of comments now in the chat. Let's see. You wear grey pink shorts and black shoes. Yes, I do. Indeed I do. As I usually do. That's my kind of default outfit. Kashi 映画館たくさん。そっか。Used to be lots of cinemas around here, says one of the Japanese viewers. What's this park? Weird, people are just standing, hanging out. I wonder if they're playing Pokemon Go or if there's anything else that brings them here. Melody Becker, don't change format of your channel. We all are live to hear your knowledgeable personal touch. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm very happy to hear that. I'm very happy to hear that. Have you ever done a kabuki theater? No, I've never been to kabuki. I'm not so interested. Going to Omotesando? No, I'm going to Okubo. My viewers got to vote. I gave them a couple of options 15 minutes ago, and they said they wanted me to go to Okubo, the Korean town. So that's where we're heading. Other options were the skyscraper district of Shinjuku and Shinjuku-gyoan, but yeah, Okubo ended up being the option with most votes. A few more blocks this way and we will be in Okubo. That's where I went to language school a long time ago, back in 2010, when I was a Japanese language student. My language school was a little bit further down here. Okubo stormed the votes. Yeah, definitely. It was pretty much no discussion. Oh, guy on a scooter with a big fluffy backpack. That's interesting. Nichiyoubi na node Shinjukuはめちゃくちゃ混んでるかもしれない。そうですね。混んでるかもしれないですね。この辺はそんなに混んでないけど、もうちょっと駅の方に行ったら多分めちゃくちゃ混んでる。So it might be very crowded in Shinjuku since it's a Sunday. But around here it's surprisingly quiet. Oh, and also when I was a language student, this was the place they told us to evacuate to if there was a major earthquake. This park was like the safe zone, I think. Or maybe it was a different park. Not sure. Yeah, quite a lot of viewers today. Thank you everyone. And again, if you're new to the channel, I do these kind of walks almost every day. So if you think that's for you, please like and subscribe. You can also join me on Patreon to get access to Patreon only streams. But I just promoted that so much, so I won't do that again. But anyway, welcome and thank you for stopping by. There's an FAQ in the video description that you can read to get your most commonly asked questions answered. So please, please take a look there. And once you read that, you're more than welcome to join the chat. Channel 登録しました。ありがとうございます。Does tea like Korean food? Yes, I certainly do. In terms of countries with amazing foods, I would say I have to put Japan at the top. I do really like Japanese food, but then it's probably a tie between Italy and Korea on the second place. I really love both Italian food and Korean food. Now we are approaching the main street here in Okubo. As you can see, many of the buildings here are pretty humble. And it used to be relatively cheap to live around here, actually. Okubo used to have a reputation as being a bit of a shady neighborhood, a little bit dangerous. I don't think it is by any means. I think it's super safe here, but yeah, the perceived image of this neighborhood is not great. But I'm not sure if it's changing now. It could very well be changing a little bit. I'm not sure. Wonder, this could be the building where my school was located, actually. I'm not sure. I will show you where I went to language school. So here's the main street in Okubo, and yes, it is indeed pretty crowded. I will head down this way, just quickly down to see if my school is still around, and then I will leave this main street area because it's a little bit too busy. And, it's a really nice area at night. Lots of bars and restaurants around here. Also lots of great Korean restaurants in this part of town, obviously. Yeah, it's a fun area. When I was new to Japan, I wouldn't mind living here either. Now I'm a bit too old, maybe. Ah, looks like my school is still around. Have I been to Korea? Yes, I've been to Korea a couple of times. I actually stayed in Korea 3 months back in 2008 and had a really good time. And I've been traveling there a couple of times since then as well. I always enjoy traveling to Korea. So yeah, here's where my old school used to be, or it's still here actually. This is the school I went to, Kai Japanese language school. I was very happy with it. I'm not sure, but I would expect that they're still great. So if you're interested in studying Japanese, look into this school. Yeah, there used to be lots of great teachers and very friendly staff and a good learning environment too. So I enjoyed studying there a lot. Question is, so it's an hour and a half. Yeah, I think I will keep walking a little bit longer. Maybe keep on walking this way. It's not as packed here. And actually there's one guy who keeps asking me to pass the Square Enix headquarters, which is not so far from here. So maybe we should head down there now. Yeah, this is one of these areas that makes me feel a little bit like I'm not in Japan. It kind of feels like it could be some other Asian country, because the vibe is slightly different and it's a bit more diverse as well. Lots of non-Japanese people around here. And I think it also has a bit to do with the architecture as well. Some of the houses around here look a little bit different in some way. Or maybe they're just old. sure you can buy relatively cheap fruits down here. Yeah, Square Enix office is like down this way and then a little bit to the right. I'm getting hungry though. Let me think about how to deal with the lunch situation today. If I'm gonna have lunch on stream or if I'm gonna do a Patreon only post-stream lunch. We'll see. Very active chat right now, so I'm sorry if I'm missing some of the messages, but as there's more and more viewers, it's getting more challenging to stay up to date with what all of you are saying. So again, that's another reason for you to join Patreon. Then it's easier to connect with me. Green shirt today. Yes. Did we have a reflection reveal? Indeed, green shirt today. Well spotted. Yeah, at least no rain. That's great. It's really great. Let's see if we have any pineapples. Yesterday we talked a lot about the cost of pineapples. But, yeah, not many pineapples here. Melons are relatively cheap though. 600, 700, 500. Some expensive one, 1400. Ah, here we go. Philippine pineapples are 300 yen and Taiwanese pineapples are 500 yen plus tax. After pineapples, how about pizza? Pizza would be nice. Pizza with pineapple. Pizza with pineapple. My favorite pizza. Right? This place looks like downtown Hong Kong. I feel so too whenever I come here. Like many of the buildings makes me feel like, yeah, I'm not in Tokyo. It's a little bit more dense, maybe. Oh, let's cross here quickly. There we go. Down there is Shinjuku. And here is Higashi Shinjuku Station on the Fukutoshin line, Tokyo Metro. Let me see, I forgot, I think we need to head this way for the Square Enix office. Let's see. Down here. Yep, it's indeed down here somewhere. Yeah, pineapple while streaming sounds a little bit difficult unless someone will come and chop it up for me. This building too doesn't look that Japanese to me. Hello from Philippines. What do you use? Thanks. Please read the FAQ if you're asking about the equipment. It's all listed in the video description. It's a beautiful day in Japan. Yeah, it is. Now it's very blue and sunny again. Actually a little bit hot. But we also have some kind of evil looking clouds hovering over us, so you never know what will happen. Third Arm fundraiser is going well. Yeah. You've been quite generous in the last couple of streams, so I really appreciate that. Thank you everybody who has donated through Super Chat. That's very, very kind of you, and that really helps me stay motivated and to shoot more videos. Also, this building behind here is really cool. I think it's the one called the battleship mansion or something like that, because it does look like a battleship. Maybe once we get down to this crossing we can get a better view of it. Canned sliced and diced pineapple is coming in Australia. Yeah, I think it's pretty common. We can find that here too, but it's so much more tasty when it's fresh. Ralph and Rox, I love your videos. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for the kind words. Thank you, Trevor Beck, for the super chat. Thank you so much. I think this is the Square Enix office, right? So, to my German viewer and also Patreon supporter who really been mentioning that he wanted to see this place, now we're here, I think. I mean, is this the place? I need to check the map again. Let's go, let's head inside here. Yeah, it looks like it should be down here. If I recommend using GoPro, I don't know. I don't use GoPro myself, so the only equipment I can recommend is the one I use, and the equipment I use is mentioned in the video description. I've been kind of trying out a lot of different things, but then again, what works for me may not be the best solution for you, so it really depends. For me, I want things to be as easy as possible. I want a self-contained system like a smartphone. Also, Smokist Cafe, so a cafe where you're allowed to smoke. That's an interesting selling point. But yeah, for me, I want things to be as simple as possible. Smartphones are great for me, that's why I stick with them. But if you're willing to carry more expensive or more heavier cameras, there might be better solutions for you. So yeah, here is the Square Enix. I'm not sure if it's their head office, but it's at least one of the major ones, I think. And thank you for the super chat. Let me see, who was that? Trevor Beck, thank you for the super chat. Larry Chan, great day, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Find this channel relaxing and fun to watch. Thank you, thank you. That's exactly what I want. I said this many times before, but I want my channel to be like taking a walk with a good old friend. That's all. I don't try to, I don't know. I just want it to be relaxing and chill to watch my videos. So I hope I managed to create that kind of atmosphere here on my channel. I think I will head through here, and then on the other side it's mostly like quiet residential areas, so maybe around there I can find something to eat and some quiet place to sit down and have lunch. Actually, here wouldn't be bad either. It's a pretty cool building, for sure. $2 from Warren from Toronto. What's your favorite Square Enix game? I think I have to say Final Fantasy 6 or 3 in the West. The last one for the Super Nintendo, Super Famicom. That's probably my favorite. I also did enjoy 7 a lot, but 6 is the one that kind of made me interested in JRPGs in the first place, back when I was like a teenager. So Final Fantasy Tactics. Ah, I see. I never really enjoyed those strategy games, to be honest. Like, what I enjoy about games in general is the story. Yeah, those games that are just like battle for a very long time gets pretty boring to me. Maybe I should just watch movies instead. Did Square Enix do Kingdom Hearts? Yeah, they did. I never enjoyed those games either, but I know that a lot of people do. I never really gave them a fair chance, to be honest. But having like Disney characters in a RPG just felt wrong to me, because I don't like Disney. Leisure Suit Larry had a good storyline. Oh yeah? I'm not sure about that, but to be honest, I never really played those games very seriously, but I'm not sure. I think you're joking. Do I play D&D? No, I don't. Never been a big fan of board games either. Thank you, Specific Impulse, for the super chat. Thank you very much. So, see, now we're in this very quiet residential area again. The contrasts of Tokyo can just be so mind-blowing. Looks like we have a shrine over here. I don't think I've ever been to that one, so that means we need to check it out, I guess. How long has this stream been going? It's been going for 1 hour and 52 minutes. And I still have 56% battery left, so technically we could be going for another 2 hours or so. But I think I would need a lot of motivation in order to go for a stream that long today. But we'll see if the super chat manages to motivate me. If I remember correctly, there's some convenience food store down there, and it looks like there's a little bit of a park down here, so maybe we can do a little lunch break on camera after all. If I have a battery pack, I do, but it's not really easy to charge and stream at the same time. First of all, it's difficult to keep the gimbal stable, and also the phone gets hot when it's charged and it gets hot from streaming. So if you do both at the same time, chances are you might run into temperature issues as well. I think tea needs a refuel. Yeah, I do. I'm getting a little bit tired. I need to sit down, I need a drink, I need something that energizes me. Let's just check out this little shrine first. It's a nice one. I've never been here. It looks quite beautiful. Oh, and there's a playground here too. What a nice little oasis. Very nice. Let's see. Oh, Brad Ward, thank you. Thank you very much. Motivation, thank you. 英語のリスニング勉強になります。聞きやすいです。ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。Ah, the dog that hates you, thank you very much. T, I love your accent, thank you very much. Would Tokyo Explorer have the sad convenient lunch set? I very well might. So yeah, nice little shrine here, and then we have the Square Enix building in the background. Gotta love the variation you get when just taking a random walk around in Tokyo like this. It never gets boring. Happy Father's Day. Thank you, Yari. Thank you very much. What time is it there? It is currently 1:15 in the afternoon. Let's see, I wonder if we can walk through here, or if I have to take the same route back. Here's another playground. This would be a nice little lunch spot actually. And yes, we can walk through here. So let's see if we can find a konbini for me to recharge a little bit, and then maybe come back here and do a little lunch break. It's so hot. You've been walking for so long. Do you want some water? Yeah, I probably need some water or something. That's probably not a bad idea. Oh, looks like we can go down here. Great. Egg sandwich. Maybe. Let's see what we can find. Oh, thank you, Triple X. Thank you so much. Many thanks and happy Father's Day. Thank you. Your relaxing streams help me prepare for the coming work week. Thank you. This is a nice view as well here. Look at this apartment building next to the Square Enix office. Super chats recharging the TU motivation meter. They sure do. It means a lot. I mean, I do, after all, put in a lot of hours on making all these streams, and knowing that I get a little bit of financial reward, and in the end, maybe at some point I might even be able to do this full time. That's very motivating. Even though I enjoy taking walks, but to be honest, I mean, I wouldn't be doing this much every day if there was no financial reward whatsoever. Then I would simply have to use my time into something more profitable. But yeah, it's a good thing that there are viewers like Brad and Triple X and all the rest of you who donated today. So please be kind to them and show them respect for the fact that they contribute to keeping this channel going. Here we have a Lawson, 100 yen Lawson. Not sure if that's the best place to shop for lunch, but let's see. Doesn't look like there's terribly much else around here, so. Karage-kun Red は一番美味しい。美味しいですね。美味しいですね。僕もまあ唐揚げは基本的にはそんなに好きじゃないけど、食べたらスパイシーが一番美味しいと思います。Thank you very much for the super chat. Andrew Fisher, go enjoy a sandwich. Yes, let's sandwich. Let's sandwich. Let's see what we can find in here. I'm not sure if 100 yen Lawson has. Oh, they do. Perfect. Solve the lunch issue. Just need one of these. Not sure if they have beer here though. Maybe not. Or maybe they do. First time to try this. I think you will enjoy it. And let's get something hydrating as well. There we go. Fukuro moお願いします。はい、ありがとうございます。年齢確認のため、画面証明書の提示をお願いする場合がございます。870円。カードでお願いします。ありがとうございます。Great, we got a good lunch here, and I finally managed to find something that I've been kind of curious about for a while. No, it's not, as someone asked, it's not the first time for me to have Asahi Super Dry, but this is not any ordinary Asahi Super Dry. You shall soon see why. You shall soon see. So let's head back up to that little park. It looked like a perfect place for a lunch break. Hardly any people, and there was even a slide there. So this is actually Shinjuku 6丁目. in Shinjuku. So here, this is Shinjuku in Shinjuku. Double Shinjuku. Hope that guy gave me chopsticks, by the way. Maybe not. Well, worst case, I can eat those pieces of sushi with my hands, so it should be okay. $711 people. 7-Eleven. Welcome everyone. Welcome. If there are any new viewers out there, welcome to my channel. I go on random walks in Tokyo and other parts of Japan almost every day. So if you think that's fun to watch, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Also, if you haven't already, please like the video. That's a great way to show your support. That will help me reach more viewers. Okay, I am tired. I've been walking non-stop for 2 hours. I didn't drink anything yet, so yeah. It's gonna be nice to sit down and have a little bit of a rest. And great, there's also a trash can. I might also have to figure out a creative way to do a little toilet break soon. There is actually a public toilet over there, so we might be able to work something out. But for now, yeah, let's do a little lunch break. So also for those of you who are new to this channel, I usually do a little break at some point during my walks where I can relax a little bit and be a bit more active with you in the chat. So I know that some of my viewers dislike that because there's always roughly 100 people leaving the stream whenever I do, but also by the fact that there's a lot of viewers who really enjoy my breaks. So today's lunch: tuna, tomato, lettuce, ham, egg sandwich, mugicha, barley tea, and this little sushi box with some very humble pieces of sushi. Just inari and this roll, vegetarian roll. No, maybe there's a little bit of mentaiko in there, or some sort of egg, fish eggs. Then a green smoothie. I like these. It's basically like liquid salad. And then, of course, we have the important beer. And this one is special. You will soon understand why. Oh. Okay, so let's lunch break. Also, let's guess how many viewers we will have by the end of this lunch break. My guess is 550. First, let me hydrate a little bit with some mugicha. Or actually, first, let me sanitize my hand and mind with this hand sanitizer. Oops. Okay, there we go. Now we can drink. So, where shall we start? Let's start with... Yeah, they didn't give me any chopsticks, so I have to eat this with my hands. Natsu 麦ちゃんが大好き。Happy Father's Day. Thank you, thank you. いただきます。So, finger sushi time. Tony, you wanna know the beer percentage, right? Let's see. Where does it say? Oh. Yeah, it's 5%. Cheap kombini sushi. That's cute. I look forward to the day when my daughter is a little bit bigger and I can play with her like this as well. Yeah, reusable chopsticks. I guess I should carry those. It's interesting. I can literally see the skyscrapers of Shinjuku, and they're not very far away. But still, you have this super quiet park where we hear the birds and everything is just cozy and quiet. So nice. How long have you been in Tokyo? Please read the FAQ in the video description for answers to common questions like that. Another year and a half, yeah, then she will be big enough to run around like that. William, been following your channel for a while. After hundreds of live streams, which area have you not visited? I haven't streamed much from the most eastern parts of Tokyo. Also the northern parts haven't been much. There's lots of areas where I still haven't been actually. Tokyo is so massive. And then if we look beyond Tokyo, I don't think I did a single stream from Saitama yet, which is kind of crazy. Not much from Kanagawa either. 0 streams from Chiba. So even though I've been streaming almost daily for a year now, it's there's still just so much left to explore. So I will never run out of places to explore for this channel, that's for sure. Okinawa も行ってほしい。実は沖縄の動画ある、そのチャンネルで。那覇と渡嘉敷っていうの小さい島。あの辺から2年前ぐらいビデオ撮った。So one person is telling me that he would like to see videos from Okinawa. But actually I've already shot a couple of videos from Okinawa on this channel. So there's about 2 or 3 maybe, about 2 years ago. So they're on, yeah, there are plenty of videos from other parts of Japan as well on my channel. So if you look, you shall find. Hello Melody Matilda. Oh, we're not at the end yet. I still have 48% battery left and a pretty motivating super chat today, so I think we will keep on going for a while. Okay, so let's take a look at this. I've never done this. I've never tried this myself, so this is going to be exciting. It overflows a little bit. But it's this beer that's supposed to simulate having like namabiru. What's namabiru in English? I forgot. Like beer on tap. So you get it in a cup like this and you can drink relatively easily from it. You're supposed to, but yeah, it's overflowed a little bit too much. Yeah, draft beer. Yeah, there you have it. Kanpai. So this is what it looks like. Interesting. I'm not sure if I'm convinced about the awesomeness of this, but at least it's fun and novel, I guess. Morning, Pim. CT drinking again. Sure ain't going alcoholic. I don't know. Does one beer per day, does that qualify as alcoholic? In that case, maybe it's time for me to seek help. But yeah, to those of you who are concerned, basically, besides beers I'm having on stream, I hardly drink any alcohol at all. So I think I'm okay. This egg sandwich here, as some of you requested me to get an egg sandwich. So if the beer tastes okay, it tastes, yeah, it's not bad. But also I'm not sure if I think that it tastes better just because it has a big opening and there was a bit of foam coming out. More like a pretty pointless gimmick to me, to be honest. Pim, nah, you're good, but from my perspective it seems a bit funny. I know. I think if someone told me a year ago that I would be streaming walks from Tokyo and having beer breaks in front of 500-600 people every other day, or every day, I would probably think it was pretty funny as well. What time do you normally go to bed and wake up? We're trying to put our daughter to sleep a bit earlier now, but we started putting her to sleep at 9-ish. Before we used to put her to sleep at around 10, which is pretty late. Now we put her to sleep at 9, and by the time she falls asleep, I'm usually so exhausted that I also fall asleep within an hour. So usually, yeah, between 10 to 11, I usually fall asleep. I get up usually at 7, make breakfast for my wife and daughter by 8 every morning, and then my wife usually starts work at 9. And from 9 onwards I'm either taking care of the daughter, or if it's one of those days when we have a babysitter, I'll bring her to the babysitter and then I head out for a live stream. Oh, forgot to show you. Here's sandwich number 2. Ham, tomato, lettuce.
I guess it is a little bit easier to drink like this. Oh, it's not bad, but I think I prefer beer from a bottle. Beer from a can has never really been my thing. From a bottle or a small glass, that's when I think beer is the most tasty. A tiny glass of beer, that's great. You can cook? No, or well, I'm a really bad cook, but I do make breakfast every morning. Always the same: oatmeal, boiled egg, juice, coffee, and lots of toppings on the oatmeal. Chopped nuts, acai powder, cacao nibs, peanut butter. That's our standard breakfast at home. Beer in a can transferred to a glass, definitely more tasty than drinking directly from the can, for sure. Yomo Super sells oatmeal 500 grams for 150 yen. Really? Thank you. I did not know that. I've always been struggling to find, like, oatmeal can be ridiculously expensive here in Japan. I usually buy 4 kilo or 4.5 kilo packages from Amazon. A pack like that usually lasts us like 2 months. But yeah, what you're saying, 500 grams for 150 yen, that sounds even cheaper actually. When are you going for a walk again? Soon, once I finish my beer, which will be maybe 5 minutes. So we lost 100 viewers so far. Hank McHankland. Love that name. Is it real? Gyeon Super is cheaper than Amazon. Great. I will check it out. Can we see the label of that bottle? You mean this one? This is the Mugicha bottle with a crazy... I think he's some sort of celebrity here in Japan, actually, this guy. 650 milliliters. Barley tea. Unsweetened and caffeine free. Perfect summer drink. 休憩中です。そう、あと5分で休憩が終わると思います。What's the place on the left? You mean this place? I don't know. I think it's some buildings belonging to this shrine. Oh, I haven't had my liquid salad yet. Mr. Miyazaki, I know that place, Taiyaki Nezu. It's good. I've been there. I liked it, even though I'm not a huge Taiyaki fan, but it was good. Damn it. Just got bit by a mosquito. Tube 開けたらセミが鳴き 出しますか？うるさいと思いますか？そうですね。セミがうるさいですね。今の住んでるところはちょっとなんていう高い建物だからそんなに問題ないけど、昔はちょっと庭付きの一軒家に住んでた。そこすっごいうるさかった。全然なんか寝れなかった時もあった。でも今は全然問題ないです。What are your photography inspirations? Good question. When I first started out, like 20 years ago, I was really fond of Magnum and all their classical photographers, like documentary photography and from different war zones and that kind of stuff. These days, I don't know. Now it's like, I think my biggest inspirations are like a bunch of YouTubers. Yeah. I used to be really into Araki as well for a while, but now I think I don't know, after meeting him and drinking with him, I don't know. I don't really stay up to date with what he's up to anymore. What else? Yeah, it really varies. Now I think most of my inspiration comes from a bunch of people on Instagram and some YouTubers, to be honest. Liquid salt. Well, it's not. It's green smoothie. It's called, and it's like all sorts of vegetables and fruits. I think here they list all the things inside. It's pretty good. It's kind of my standard thing to buy whenever I get a convenient lunch. It makes me feel that I'm getting something that's a little bit healthy as well, which it probably isn't, but yeah, I would say if there's one guy I would like to kind of give a shout out to in terms of photographers who inspire me, it's Sean Tucker. He's a YouTuber and also a photographer. His videos are great. I agree a lot with basically everything he says in his videos. So if you want to check him out, please do so. The video, I can maybe put a link. If I remember, I will try to put a link to his channel in my video description. But otherwise, maybe some kind person in the chat can post a link to his channel in the chat right now. Sean Tucker, he's British. Also, someone wanted to see my shoes, which is a very common question. They're just very humble, basic Adidas sneakers, nothing fancy or anything, but they serve me well. Do you have plans to do a collaboration with other YouTubers in Japan? I don't know. I think my concept works well. Well, yeah, I mean, I mentioned this before, that I think it would be fun to do walks together with others. Yes. Not necessarily other YouTubers, but more like with people I find interesting. Yeah. In one way or another. Have you been to the photography museum in Omotesando? No, I've been to the photography museum in Ebisu many times, but I didn't know that there was a photography museum in Omotesando as well. Sean Tucker. Yeah. Not sure, maybe my pronunciation isn't great. I'm posting his name in the chat now. Sean Tucker. So if you're into photography, and if you're interested also a little bit in philosophy, and yeah, where philosophy and photography meets. Highly recommend recommend that you check out this channel. What are the top 2 or 3 skills needed in Japan for other than medical or engineering for visa? Good question. I think there's a need for workers in many different fields, but since it doesn't really concern me that much, I don't know exactly. I mean, the classical one is IT, but you said other than that. I don't really know, and it changes all the time, I guess. But I would say, like, get a solid education in whatever that interests you, and I'm pretty sure that you can find a job in Japan with that. If times were normal, would you allow us all to walk with you? Yes, certainly I would. We would look like a bunch of 600 dorks walking together, but that would be fun. I would love that. So definitely, yes. Okay, I finished my salad, I finished my beer. I didn't finish my mugicha, but that's because it's a big bottle and I will bring it with me. So let's continue our walk. So maybe before we leave, let's figure out where we can go from here. Now I think we can go for another hour or so. Which direction should we head from here? Any requests? Any places you want to see from here? Oh, and thank you, Meredith, for the super chat as well. Thank you so much. I'm not sure if maybe I forgot to mention that. We lost about 150 viewers during the lunch break, which was kind of what I expected. Is it difficult for vegetarians to settle in? I don't think so. I don't know. But I don't think it's impossible, especially if you're good at cooking yourself. Let us vote. Yes. Shibuya. We started today's walk in Shibuya. Want me to head back there now? No, let's not do that. I think options we have is we can either head north. That would take us towards Takada no Baba, which is where I started a stream not too long ago. So that would kind of be a nice way to tie up that circle, I guess. Or we could head east towards the Yotsuya area. In that case, I would probably walk south a little bit, back down towards Shinjuku, and then head east towards Yotsuya. Or yeah, I think that's it. Otherwise, we would just be heading back to where we were earlier today. So it's either east or north. Vote now in the chat, east or north. North, east, north, east. I think east won by a pretty slim margin, but now there's lots of east votes. So yeah, east won. So I will be heading towards Yotsuya. There we have it. That's what we will be doing today.
Yoisho! Let's get going. Let's get going. And thank you everyone for voting, for making all the difficult decisions on behalf of me. I appreciate that. And thank you, Shrine Area, for providing a place for me to have my sad konbini lunch. Appreciate that. Yotsuya, it's a pretty major place in central Tokyo. It's next to Sophia University, Yatsuya Station, and it's also a place where a couple of train line meets. Fully recharged, yeah, except that now I'm feeling a little bit full and a little bit drowsy. But at least, definitely, yeah, beer is always also good for motivation. So we did my estimate of getting down to 550 viewers during the lunch break was pretty accurate. Oh, old pink residential. Needs a toilet break. I think I can go for another hour. As some of you might remember, I'm pretty proud over the fact that my bladder is so strong. And I think we're okay. I also was pretty sweaty before, so maybe a lot of the liquid left my body that way. Yeah, we lost close to 200 viewers, almost down to 550. Not exactly as bad, but almost. Anyway, it's their loss. I had a good time, and I hope that you, my dear viewers, enjoyed our little lunch break as well. One last look at the Square Enix office. So again, as you see, like this is also Shinjuku, right? So there's actually a lot of residential areas in Shinjuku, and many of those are quite old and not super expensive either, I think. Like around here. I don't think I wouldn't call this like a fancy area. Streamlabs doesn't have that same feature. No, with Prism I could mute the sound in the camera. I don't think there's a way for me to do the same here in Streamlabs. So yeah, that was pretty handy for toilet breaks. Doesn't your arm get very tired? No. Oh, my setup is very light. So, and I keep switching between left and right arm. Again, there you have that hotel they were building down in Kabukicho. So Kabukicho is down there. Is that green line walking path? Yes, it is. It is. Hello, Japan Mato, and thank you for joining me on Patreon. Appreciate it. It's very kind of you. Hope you will enjoy your time as a Patreon member. Same goes for you as everyone else. If you have any ideas or suggestions or things you want to see on my channel, you're always welcome to contact me through the Patreon messages. I'm pretty sure I've never walked around this part of Shinjuku before, so this is quite interesting. Interesting for me. I hope it is interesting for you as well. see you enjoy ABBA music. You never will, because I don't enjoy ABBA music. I think ABBA is pretty awful. So I'm sorry, but that's not gonna happen. Look at these. Let's head down here. It's very small little narrow alley and super old houses. Look at this. Like, do people actually still live here, or are these abandoned? All the houses around here look very old. No ABBA DDR stream. No, we won't. That won't happen. And thank you, Matilda. Glad you enjoy my blunt and directness. And just because I'm Swedish, it doesn't mean that I have shit music taste. Nice park here. Slides here too, yeah. Yeah, lots of slides in Tokyo. But I only ride slides in special occasions. Quite a big, nice park here. Actually, I want to check this public restroom. Maybe I might have to use it. Let's see if it's one that could potentially be used in a way that's not too revealing. I think it can. Yeah. I will do my little deed here, and you just wait here in the saddle in the corner. Okay folks, sorry to keep you waiting. Sorry about that, I can't mute, yeah. I did wash my hands though. Of course. Also, that's about my pride for my strong bladder. It's all gone now. Obviously that was all a lie. But I feel much better now. I feel like a brand new human being, so thank you for your patience. Space for another beer, yeah. Thank you for your patience, for bearing with me while I I made my bladder happy. Yeah, a bit of a reflection. Well spotted. To those of you who mentioned that reflection, it's what in Japanese called a sabis shotto. That's what I just gave you there. Sabis shotto. If I like Genesis and Phil Collins, it's nothing I listen to, but my mom used to listen to them a lot when I was a child, so I do have a little bit of a fond, nostalgic memory, I would say. But yeah, it's nothing I would play on my Spotify through my headphones. Sabis shotto ね。そうですね。とっても重要な言葉ですね。Exactly, Toto. But it's too generic for a sophisticated person like me. Sophisticated person who pees in front of 600 people while live streaming. Super sophisticated. Sky keeps changing. Now it's kind of just bland. It's not as evil looking. Oh, and this side is actually very blue and nice. Yeah. What do you play on Spotify? So that's another perk that my Patreon supporters get to enjoy. My Tokyo Explorer shared playlist. So yeah. I generally think it's very boring to talk about music, and also I think it's very difficult to put my taste into a specific slot, because I listen to everything from like German techno to, you know, Norwegian singer-songwriters and Scottish indie pop. So I have a pretty eclectic taste in music, and the easiest way to share that is through a public playlist, which is what I have. And what my Patreon supporters get to enjoy. Oh, Olive. Yeah, I posted about it a while ago, but I actually updated the playlist not too long ago, just a few days ago, and I should post about it again. It's been there all the time, but you probably have to scroll down for like maybe half a year to find the link, but I should repost it. You like Rammstein? No. I used to. I actually had a time in my life as a teenager when I was a big fan of Rammstein. And I still think that I saw them live at a music festival in Sweden well over 20 years ago now. And that was great. That was like one of the best live concerts I've ever watched, probably. It was really exciting and awesome, but I cannot listen to them today without wondering what the hell was wrong with me when I thought this was actually good. Interesting tower. I'm not sure if I know this place. Ah, yes, Jenny, you reposted the link. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I need to make a proper post that's a bit easier to find. Kraftwerk. No, the German techno that I'm talking about that I listen to is mostly through a label called Compact, a record label. They have a lot of interesting artists from all over the world, to be honest. But yeah, I used to live in Germany, in Berlin, before moving to Tokyo. And back then I enjoyed going to a club very much. Oh, now I forgot the name of it. Wow. That famous or infamous German techno club, which is also a gay club. Oh my god, that's embarrassing. I forgot the name of it, but I used to go there a lot when I was living in Berlin. These days they probably wouldn't let me in anymore because I'm not cool enough, but yeah, 15 years ago or so. Berghain. There we go. Berghain is the name of the club. Yes. I used to go there a lot. How about Depeche Mode, the Cure, the Smiths? Yeah, I love the Smiths, especially the Smiths. But Cure is also a good band. Depeche Mode, I've never really been that into them. But yeah, I don't dislike them, but have you seen the Northern Lights in the sky? Yes. Never in Sweden actually, which is kind of funny. But the first time I saw the Northern Lights in the sky was 3 years ago when my wife forced me to go to Northern Norway with her to a place called Tromsø. That was the first time ever to see the Northern Lights, and it was amazing. Then I saw them a few months later again in Iceland. Yes, du hast mich. Ah, thank you. Thanks for the Rammstein reference. That's kind of the era when I was listening to Rammstein, was when they released Du hast mich. How old are you? Yeah, you enjoyed Rammstein when you were 15 and you're 31 now. Yeah, I enjoyed them when I was maybe 18 and I am 39 now. So, same ballpark, I guess. Any similarities between Berlin and Tokyo? Not really, nothing. Let's head this way. Oh, we're actually already in Yotsuya, according to this sign. Einstürzende Neubauten. Yeah. I never really listened to them that much, but so when I was a teenager, it was like I had a lot of friends who were into like the synth scene, and there was a bit of like love-hate relationship between us. I was in the indie pop camp, so while we were like feeling sorry about ourselves listening to Bell and Sebastian and whatnot, and the Smiths and all those bands, they were listening to, you know, Kraftwerk and Einstürzende Neubauten and Depeche Mode and all those. And since the city I grew up in is so small, there's not really space enough to separate those two scenes. So in terms of nightlife, usually the synth scene and the indie pop scene was kind of sharing the same kind of event spaces and things like that. Makes me a bit nostalgic now. Rockaway Siren, you just put out the synth album. Wow, that's interesting. Please share the link and I will be happy to share it with the Patreon crowd if you want some promotion. It would be fun to hear what my viewers like, the music that you create. So if there's any other musicians out there, again, feel free to let me know, and I'll be happy to share the word with the rest of the community. Does your wife share your music taste? So-so. We share some things, but there's also things that she listens to that I don't approve of at all, and vice versa. But it's okay. We share a lot of things, so not everything has to be a 100% match. But at least she doesn't listen to, Rammstein on loud volume every day, which would have been a little bit difficult for me to cope with these days, I think. Smiths. Oh, you just discovered them. Nice. Yeah, I would say if I had to list like 5 bands that have been very influential to me, the Smiths would definitely be on that list. When I was like, yeah, in high school, I listened a lot to the Smiths. What are some of the things she listens to which you don't like? I don't know. I don't even know what it is, but sometimes she listens to this kind of like, I don't know, sounds like American mainstream pop music, like in the bad way. I don't even know what those artists are, but yeah. And also sometimes she listens to K-pop, which I also don't really care much about. But usually we, especially now since our daughter is born, we tend to listen to like more softer music mostly. Like, yeah, recently it's been a lot of Kings of Convenience, which she also likes, as well as some like random like background jazz playlists on Spotify, things like that. Very kind of harmless stuff, which is just fine as background music, but nothing I would really listen to in my headphones. Yeah, kind of like Britney Spears. I don't know what the current generation equivalent is even. How many languages do you know? That's another question which you can find the answer to in the FAQ in the video description, which I encourage everybody to read. Oh, no doubt. Nice. I used to listen to them when I was also a teenager, I think. Before Gwen Stefani went solo. Oh, thank you, Pim. Yes. Happy Father's Day to both of us. I wish I could give you a super chat as well. Thank you. Kim Crimson. I don't know that band. I'm sorry. What kind of headphones do you use? That I can easily answer by showing you. Here's my headphones. It's the Sony. I don't know. Sony has a really stupid way of naming their products, so they're called something that I can never remember, but they're okay. They don't really fit that comfortably in my ears, and I do drop them from time to time. But I do appreciate the noise cancelling function, especially when traveling. You must like The Cure then. Yes, I do like The Cure. So I think if we walk a little bit further this way, we will get to Yotsuya. And I think that's where I will end today's stream probably. What I don't like about those headphones is that the case is so big. My wife has the AirPods Pro, and I tried those, and they don't sound as good, but they're way more comfortable. And also the case is tiny. They're really compact and easy. So I don't know, maybe like next generation Apple AirPods might be my next headphones. Oh no, they just released a new X1000 XM4. Like, what's wrong with Sony? Why can't they name their products something that people can actually remember? It's just a product code, for God's sake. But yeah, the new generation, yeah, I guess they're better probably, but I got these ones less than a year ago, so I'll probably keep using them for a while longer. Nearing 3 hours now. Yeah, we're half a minute away from 3 hours. Turned out to be a longer stream than I anticipated, but that's thanks to you, my dear viewers, and especially those of you who helped me boost the motivation through the super chats. Thank you very much. So I think I will be going for another 10-15 minutes until I reach Yotsuya Station and wrap things up there. It's been a great stream. Yeah, thank you. It's been good. It's been a good walk. Someone asked how far I've walked. It says 13,700 steps, which sounds a bit low, but I don't know. Sounds low, right? I think so too, the step count. Let's see what my... let's actually walk down here. Let's take one of the smaller side streets instead of walking along that big street. That way we'll get a bit of shade here as well. Let's see what Apple... Doesn't Apple have some step... What's that called? Apple Fit? No, that's Google Fit. What's the Apple equivalent called? I should have it here on my iPhone, right? I've been using this iPhone for 2 months, but I'm still not super familiar with it. Is this still in Shinjuku? We're in Shinjuku still, I think. Shinjuku Ward, yes. But the neighborhood now is probably Yotsuya rather than Shinjuku. Let's see if we can find any address sign somewhere. Let's see. I don't know, I have too many apps on this phone. Health, maybe. Yeah, there we have it. Okay. So, according to Apple, I have walked 14,000 steps. I also got a good night's sleep last night. Almost 8 hours. That's very rare when you have a small child. So yeah, a little bit higher with the Apple Health app, but just a little bit. Not a massive difference or anything. If I've done one in Shimokitazawa, yes, I walked through Shimokitazawa like just a week ago, actually. A week and a half. I've done many walks through or in or around Shimokitazawa. What companies have good product names? I don't know. Definitely not Sony. That's all I can say. I think Apple is doing quite well. Their products are easy to know, like the names. The thing with Apple is that they have the same name for vastly different products. Like if you say MacBook Pro, it could, you don't know if it's like a 10-year-old version or if it's like the latest one. So that's maybe not so great about Apple's naming. But at least I think AirPods Pro is a way better name than whatever it is Sony calls their headphones. VF-1000 MX3. Did I get that right? Audio Technica. Those are pretty big here in Japan. I don't know if it's a Japanese brand though, but Audio Technica is very common here. Viewership is going up, yeah. How about Sony Walkman? I don't know, yeah. But at least Walkman is a good brand name. If you say Walkman, most people know what you're talking about. But if you say VF-1000 MX3, like no one would have a clue what you're talking about. And same like if you say AirPods, you know what that is. Do you have any wired headphones? I do, yeah. I have two pairs. I have one small in-ear buds from Sennheiser. I don't remember what they're called, but it's pretty worn out. I got them before everything went wireless. And then I have a pair of bigger over-ear headphones that I use very, very occasionally on those very, very rare times when I have some time to play video games. I'm getting a bit tired. It's so sunny. Oh, that's a cool facade on this building. Interesting. With all those wooden plates. This way for the Otsuya Tax Office. If anyone is tempted to come and pay some tax, you can do that here. Speaking of that, I need to pay my residence tax soon. It's due this month. Or my municipal tax, that is. How do you pay taxes when you're self-employed? So every year in March you have to file a tax declaration, and then based on the details in there you will get sent some invoices that you can either choose to pay all at once, which is what I'm gonna do this year, or you can pay it in 4 installments over the course of a year, so every 4 months. And yes, Jenny, or Michael, yes, good memory. So a while ago I told some of my viewers that I bought eggs for I think 70,000 yen, which is about $700. I ordered eggs online, and that's part of something called Furusato Noze, which is quite interesting here in Japan. So basically it's like you donate a bit of your municipal tax to a different part of Japan, as opposed to paying it all to the municipality where you live. You can donate it to a different part of the country, and in return you will get a gift. And in my case I got, I think, 18 organic eggs will be sent to me every month over the course of 10 months. And since I did that donation, my tax bill that I have to pay to the municipality where I live was lowered by almost that amount, a little bit less. It's a pretty neat system. I kind of like it. I'm not sure how sustainable it is in the long run, and if it feels like something that could be abused pretty easily, but at least the fundamental idea I think is pretty nice, especially as a lot of people move to Tokyo, for example. So that means Tokyo's tax revenue is increasing, but other parts of Japan it's like losing population and losing tax revenue. So this is a way to kind of balance this out a little bit. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And of course it's not just eggs. You can get everything from, like, I don't know, a wooden table made by a local craftsman to Kobe beef or fresh seafood. It's a lot of food actually, but you can also get other things. And also I think you can get experiences, like a night for 2 at a fancy ryokan in the middle of, I don't know, Yamanashi prefecture. Are the eggs nice? Yeah, we have them every morning. They are actually, when we run out of those, we buy a different kind of eggs, which are also organic, but they're not as good actually. These ones that I'm getting are very nice, but I don't think I can buy them in Tokyo in regular stores. And you cannot donate your entire residential tax bill. It's limited to a part of it, maybe like a quarter or something. The rest has to be paid in your local municipality. Yeah, Kobe beef sounds good. I mean, I'm not really that much of a beef person, but I can definitely see the appeal to some to do that. Mandatory housing price check. Most of these looks like they are 2-bedroom apartments, or maybe no, 1 bedroom, 1 living, dining, kitchen, and 1 bedroom. So here you can see what it costs to live in this area. Quite expensive, because we're after all in the very close to the very central of Tokyo. Like, I think if we walk another 15 minutes this way, we will be at the Imperial Palace, or the Imperial Palace Garden. So yeah, it's a donation. It's a donation that you can use to get. It's a donation that is tax deductible. So 3 hours and 14 minutes. We have 26% battery left now. But I think actually if I would keep on much longer, we would probably hit my daily data limit of 10 gigabytes. After my 10 gigabytes, everything gets throttled to 3 megabits per second, which isn't fast enough for a stable stream. So I think it's a good time to end. Next time I do a long stream like this, I should actually lower the bitrate a little bit to make sure that we can go for even longer if I want to. But we're here at Yotsuya Station, and I think this is a good place to wrap up today's stream. So thank you everybody who watched today. As always, I enjoy going on these walks a lot, and I hope you enjoy joining them. If you do, make sure to like the video. If you really like it, consider joining me on Patreon. The link is in the video description. There won't be any Patreon only stream right now, because actually my wife just messaged me and she's on her way to Yokohama. So I will head straight on the train and head towards Yokohama. Possibly I might do a Patreon only stream later today, but we'll see. I mean, I've done a couple this week already, so I'm not promising to do those after every stream after all. But who knows? Keep an eye, make sure you enable the Patreon notifications, so you'll get to know if there is a stream later today. If not, yeah, I will try to do a stream tomorrow again. Not sure if I'll be able to, but probably. Could be an evening stream maybe. Thank you all for the kind words. The chat is flowing over now. I really appreciate that. Good to hear that so many of you enjoy my videos. That really warms my heart. I will cross the street here and wave goodbye in front of the train station. Over there is Sophia University, by the way, which is a very common, like a lot of exchange students go there. Seems to be a pretty good university. Everybody I talked to who went there seems to have had a great experience. But yeah, here's Yotsuya Station. Here's where I will say goodbye to you, or not really. Let's go back. Let's go over here and the train tracks. Over there is Roppongi, by the way. I just refuse to end this stream, don't I? Oh, okay, not much of a view here. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you all again. Okay, bye bye. Hei do. Mata ne. Auf Wiedersehen.